What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? I just want to come up here and play around a little bit and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do a general energy reading. So, I just want you to see the decks that I'm about to use so far. Anyway, that my brain thought about. Alright. So I just want to do general energy reading. I don't know what's going to come out. We'll just have to see it together. Alright. So universe, I want to be nosy in somebody's life that I can have permission to be nosy with. For YouTube publication and entertainment purposes of the channel of art. With a unique tool that anybody can get into and learn their own or go see other people or have parties with friends with tarot and everything else. Just a demonstration of how these readings can be. So, this reading may or may not resonate with anybody who comes past my video. Take what does, leave what don't. You can leave a comment in the description bar if you choose to. If this even have a chance to go on any kind of feed. Right? So universe, when you line the cards up in story mode, and we're going to begin after the next 3 shuffles. And you're going to tell me what energy going to be about on this shadow card. We're going to just freestyle it from there. Just go with the flow. Either I connected with the cards or I didn't, right? Right. Like I say, this reading may or may not resonate. But here we go, y'all. I'm going to cut it one time. And what is this shadow card? Alright, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And this Knight of Pentacles could all be about anybody who's a Taurus. It could be that it's telling us about some drama that might just be getting going. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything within the tangible feel, right, of something that's going on. So let's get a Martin Day life card. All right, this Knight of Pentacles is in what kind of disposition? What kind of algorithm did this Knight of Pentacles have? So we get into this story real quick. And dig deep up into it. What type of vibration does Knight of Pentacles have? One card, please. Whoa. That was 4. I told you that Knight of Pentacles, being that it's general, and only, you know what I'm saying, the energy got to flow the way it is. Within its authentic self of me anyway. So, I don't have no specific subscriber that I'm talking to. But let's get one of the energy. Like, get one that got maybe 3 people. Okay. So this is what we got. We got the delivery app devotee. So maybe somebody could be into the door dashing type of thing, dropping off food. You could be a delivery person. You could have it as a second job, second income, right? Or maybe you just somebody who deal with people but don't like people. And you like ordering your food. Maybe you into Instacarts. So it's one of these things right here. So it look like what's going on is something that have to do with a type of vibration, right? In a vibrational field, you might be that one that know everybody in the neighborhood. So you got all the scoop. You might have certain people you talk to about it, and maybe you don't. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it could be somebody in your neighborhood that do got the scoop that might be coming after you and trying to mess your stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Okay? So let's go ahead and get into the story. And we're just going to pull some cards. We're going to stop at 8 cards and conclude this reading, okay? We're going to stop at 8. Go ahead, our first card in the story. Oh, shit. We got the 10 of Swords. Okay. We had a World card. We had the Page of Cups. Okay, we had a Star card. So we got 2 major arcanas. And we have 2 manners. Alright? But sometimes the page don't really be classified as a manner, but they're more classified as the court card. So we got 1 court, 1 manner, 2 major. Okay? So you got something that's dealing with the 10 of Swords. So either you're in a situation where maybe with the way the economy is going or anything, you could have to start going out. You got to now select a grocery store that you got to pick. Maybe you want to try a new grocery store as far as your Instacarts go. Maybe with the different way that the pay is going across the world, it could be an uprise of people who wanting the federal minimum wage to be increased through Donald Trump, and they could start a riot that could be going on for the federal minimum wage to get increased all the way across the board for some of the states that's still at 7 and below, and all these amendments, right? Let's get it increased and let's get it done. Especially with the World card there. So it's like maybe you had this profession of doing some type of dashing, delivering food, Instacart or whatever. And you're doing it for a second job. So maybe when it comes to them, it might be somebody that start some kind of situation where they want better benefits, better things to go around. Maybe they going to rearrange contracts. Maybe they feel like these corporations is growing and they need to get some assets and money out of it, especially with the Page of Cups. You know, it can be represented some real emotional, serious energy. And then you had a Star card. So the Star card would be the controversy, right? Of what's going to go on. So who's going to be these leaders? But it could be multiple leaders, right? To go across. That is petitioning more money, raises, increases, right? There's going to be a very much of a financial uproar that going to go on, especially with the stock market bouncing all around and all that kind of stuff. You know, where evolution taking places, you know, if you think about it, like some people don't, People believe in gladiators back in the Roman days. People used to go in the ring and fight for their life. And they got committed of a crime. They might have to fight an animal. They might have to fight the strongest warrior. So now, as time to progress, and we're in 2025, we have a lot of betting apps that's out here where you could gamble. You gamble in different ways within the limitations of other country rules and your country rules or state rules, you know. And with all of this going on, it's an evolution of the energy. There's people still getting thrives. They betting. Maybe, you know, it's less harm that's coming in. But what did that harm goes to? So maybe you need to hit some of these uprising apps that they came up in the 2000s. They need to experience some of this increase of money and how they're going to compensate people. They might need to come up and do it. Maybe IRS might be starting to investigate them on a high overturn of employees and stuff. And maybe it's going to bring a better compensation rate that comes through the states. Okay? It'll be something that hit worldwide, nationwide, at least, you know. But people want to get some more things going, right? Let's get into the next set of cards, all right? Okay. Well, we had a Page of Pentacles. That is so pretty. The Page. We got the Knight. Okay. Now we had the Eight of Swords that's here. We're talking about Jupiter. Jupiter represents abundance too. Right? We have now the Two of Wands that's here. Okay. The passion and the driven that's going on here. And then we have the nice little Hermit card, and you can see that Virgo symbol that's going up there, right? So, with this page just being here, that means that it's going to be a slow process, right? So, if anybody is planning to get something accomplished with a raise or anything going on with their job, it's going to come at a little bit of a slow pace. There need to be some architectural connections going on, meaning that the universe need to get some things aligned up. So when a bigger situation happen from just your little small yourself to create the situation, it's like, you know, you can have 3 pieces of dynamite, but it's going to put a bigger hole in the dynamite, right? So that's where we at with this. When it comes to it, right? Okay. My lighting being sensitive right now. Especially with that Eight of Swords falling right behind it, right? There needs is some alignment that got to take place in this situation. So that means that even if it is about giving up raises, that means that some of these corporations got some kind of loophole. And within that loophole, the universe knows where that loophole is at. I don't know if it's going to go out again. The universe knows where that loophole is at through all of our emotional, when we go to sleep, our consciousness, our dream state, our activities. We all send vibrations. We got it connected. Whether we got shoes on our feet or don't have shoes on our feet. Whether we touching the door handle or don't touch the door handle. I just believe in that anyway. So we got some contentness that's in place. And see, that's where that Two of Wands and that Virgo is here, right? All y'all contenders is going to get together to create this uproar that's going to happen very shortly. to be honest, right? Y'all gonna have this situation that goes on. It's gonna be very good. Now, if this is something that you have going on in your personal life, now you might have to think about it like what it is, but whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. It's still a plea part. It's still a whole planning in the situation that's going to need to take place here. Okay? It really is. So, what would I want to do? New shadow card here. There you go, right there. The Three of Wands. And so you got that Aries right there. We got a lot of planets right now up in Aries at this present time too. You know, that could play a role up in here, especially with Venus and Neptune and Aries. So those are the things that can get it definitely accomplished right now at this present time. At least before Neptune goes into retrograde. And it really do have potential to go back in Pisces when it goes into retrograde also. Okay. For sure, for sure. So this is a very beautiful design that's going on right there. Let's say that's part of Neptune energy for the current planet positions anyway. With that water that's right there, Neptunian, that can come. And so you're waiting on it, outer arrival to happen. And it will take place. You know what I'm saying? Improvements that you want. But see, the thing is about certain improvements, also with this Eight of Swords and this Page, it's like when business things happen in this way, we got to also control other business aspects, whether it's about the renewal of any type of lease, a car payment, going to get a car. It's like sometimes we free up money just to put money and invest it into something else. So when you're considering this in a long haul situation, understand if you're freeing up money to invest it into something else that's going to feel like a tight point all over again. I know for sure, you know. You got to make sure that you focus on how that investment is working. And like I said, I really do feel like this uproar going to happen. And the way that they're talking about it, it should be happening around by November. It should start be hitting a little hard about the different places, about this debate on compensation going through some of these jobs real quick. Yeah, I think it hit around November. It'll be before November, but it should be nice and perky in November. I think the gossip will get real juicy in the month of November. Right here. When it comes time for it. But I just wanted to really come up here and shuck and jive with some cards and stuff. But I'll get a 3-card confirmation real quick. And I'll go ahead and close this out. Right. So yeah. Is this all about business right here? This reading, am I to interpret this right? It seems like a lot of business is about to go down within the next few months. There's going to be a lot of business decisions that's going on in different people's lives. Whether that's down to a divorce, a new house, or raises and everything else. It seems like there's a lot of business going down. Can I get a 3-card confirmation on this reading right here? Will that get good guidance before I close this out? Okay, I got them going the right way. 3-card confirmation. Okay, we had a strength card. Be strong. Business is a strong foundation. It definitely is. We had an Ace of Cups. Okay. And we have the Emperor. Look at that Aries again. That's that Three of Wands, right? And there you go, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is definitely all about business, right? But when it's talking about the strength and the Ace of Cups, it's episodic. I mean, it's so many people out in the world. This ain't nothing but a general energy reading. So the Ace of Cups is that offering that's coming out. It's a situation when that time comes, you need to make sure you put in your input, do what you got to do, whatever way you got to work it. Whether it's through speaking, having other people speak up for you, in any kind of representation form, long as the job get done. But it's all about business. So even if you have some weird energy that's going around you, check how serious you are inside of it. Because the degree of seriousness that you in can make it business vibe, right? Even if it's about a relationship or whatever you want to call it, whatever type of situation where somebody who is violating the rules and agreement, or how long we spend time, or why they complaining about something that they done been in now for about 6 or 8 months. I mean, 6 or 8 months ain't bad for somebody to complain, because at least they gave it a try. But the whole thing is, if you feel like that person shouldn't be complaining if they've been there for 6 or 8 months, maybe you really the one that's complaining because you was comfortable in the way everything has been, and you just don't want things to end. So when it comes to that Ace of Cups and the Strength card, I mean, let's make sure you keep it real. I mean, I can be kind of temperamental too at times. So make sure you understand your temperamental that's going on inside of it, especially with the Star card and everything being here. We got to understand the balance between our desires and other people's desires, and what we manifest and what we're going to attract along the way. Okay? It's business. That's all to it. There's a lot of business going on right now. But be prepared for some of this political. I think it's really going to hit the political mainframe. And it probably started with some of these businesses at first. But these businesses might put the pressure on the president and get this federal minimum wage increase. I think that's going to be the next hot thing hitting the block by November. For real, for real. We're going to see what this economical is. It's going to be some economical money that got to change within the next few months. It's going to be. And it's not these terrorists that just happened with China. It's something that deals with in-state. This ain't got nothing to do with China. I know that just happened. It got something else to do. It's going to be coming up shortly. We should be hearing about it. Or it should be getting spot by July. By Independence Day, we should be getting closer to what this reading will be all about. Alright? Alright. Y'all be good. And Peaches is out.